Hey guys, Rob John Webb here for Waxadisc, and it's now 2023, so this is my first video of the year, and it comes in the form of a little walkthrough of a free VST by those guys at Full Bucket yet again, called the Poly Ensemble CS. Now this is a replica of a synth that came out way back in 1976, which had originally 8 presets on board. Those guys at Full Bucket have put in a load of presets as well, which are brilliant for disco, new disco, funk, house, techno even. So I'm going to run through a few of the key sounds on here. There's loads of traditional sort of sounds like your phaser strings and that sort of thing, which are available anywhere, but there's a few bass sounds and stuff here that are really cool for what we want to do. So obviously you've got your natural phaser string. But obviously we're not going to bother with those. So basically if you look at the screen, you can just see it here, look. And you click on here, you've got 63 presets, I think. Yeah, 62, including the initial one when you want to create your own. And in here, you've got the phasers, the analog, etc. But you've got the bassline sounds. Now, these sounds are just really cool like this. Like, so that's cool. But the one is this one here, the reso bass. I like this one. This is cool. So that's a really cool sound. What else we got in there? I'm not going to go through all of them because I just want to keep this short and sweet. You've got the sequence sound, which is a classic sound. Now, if we get a delay on there, for example, let's get a delay, a normal delay. Put a normal delay on it. Turn it up to about 70%, should I say? Put the ping pong on. Get a load of reverb on there. Go up the octaves and get that kind of glistening sort of. Now, if you want to make that kind of, new disco-y sort of stuff with that really glittery sort of shiny stuff in there, then by all means, that's one way to do it with the sequence sound. So that's pretty cool. And then on the next bunch, we have a pipe organ, which is good for, soulful house. So that's a classic sort of raw organ sound. Obviously, you can get hold of that anywhere. Brass sounds are pretty cool. So they're pretty neat for your 80s kind of new disco sort of French sort of sounding house. And then we've got in here, we've got this sound, which is, let me look for it. It is the techno bell, which is cool. So it's that kind of classic. You can do all sorts of crazy sort of classic traditional techno stuff with that. But the dark moog bass is the one that I absolutely love. Now in this, there is, let me get some drums on this. I'm just going to give you an idea to get some of these 80s drums. So if I put one of these beats on here, play this, and then use this dark moog bass sound. You get the idea, So instantly it's just got that. So it's worth having just for that if you want that kind of full-on 80s, new wave sort of synth sound. Next up, what else we got in here? We've got in there, that one then. And then you've got the xylophone, which is very similar to the techno sounds again. A lot more subtle though. So that's pretty cool. And then you've got all sorts of stuff like the fluffy up. I don't know what that is actually. Techno again. You could put something like that, obviously, because this has got a phaser on, which is cool. And it sounds good with certain sounds, but for example, this fluffy harp sound, if you was to get a auto filter, you could do a lot of cool stuff like. Let's turn the phaser off. You could go to town with that one. But for example, let's get a phaser string up and then use the phaser shifter on here. So let's get some pads. So you could do a lot of cool stuff with that. So that's about it, really. There's all the sounds are in here. There's loads more sounds in here. You've got a dark arc, trance pad, slow strings. It's got that kind of wow sort of thing in there. And there, put the phaser on with that. It has got a whole bank of stuff on there that you can use. So go ahead and download it in the description below from Full Bucket's website. It's the Poly Ensemble CS. It came out about 5 or 6 weeks ago, and it's really worth getting. Thank you guys, and I will see you in the next video.